Songs. Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs. Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs. Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
Hey, you didn't miss a good game. I mean,
did.
it was good right up until the end, and then we lost in like the last inning.
They went to overtime.
The overtime.
Yeah. We
Extra
left.
innings.
We left like, yeah, whatever. We left literally during the 7th inning because he wanted to beat the traffic.
Yeah. So then that was when like fun stuff happened.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the 9th inning was the worst. We had the game in the bag,
Right.
And then Avi dropped
Blew
that
it.
ball. Yeah, it sucked.
Yep.
I said I wasn't going to be like upset about going 1-2 against the Giants because the Giants are very good. Scott, just so you know. Giants are
Your
very good.
hometown
this year.
boys.
Thank you for acknowledging my
I see that. I
boys.
see
and-
that. The World Series champ
The
hat.
boys in orange.
That's right.
And
What? Oh my god, you do actually have that. Why do you have that?
Because that's like
Because
the
I
only
like
sports apparel.
that team, you son of a bitch. Why do you like the Jaguars, you fucking weirdo?
Yeah, that's
a
a
town
weird
you've
one.
never been to.
No, I haven't been there.
Yeah.
I've been
Don't go
30
now.
miles from there.
Hey, you got the tat.
Hey, look at that.
Anyways, I said I wouldn't be upset because our bullpen's like all has COVID right now.
Yeah.
But I'm upset because all the games, the 2 games we lost were winnable, like very winnable.
They were dominant. The game I was at, they were like
we
clearly
crushed,
the better team.
Like Suter does not close. We don't put him in as a closer. He's a bullpen relief pitcher, and we put him in to throw junk. He threw a 90-mile-per-hour fastball on Friday night, and the announcers were like laughing about it because that's like the fastest he can throw. Otherwise, he just throws junk balls to get them to hit it and get out. Like that's how he pitches, and he does that on Saturday night, and it works. And then Avi drops that ball, and I'm pissed, even though Avi's very good otherwise. But yeah.
Cold open, baby. We fucking did it. 99th episode.
Hey, wait. I got an extra cold open for us.
Oh.
I know I said I wouldn't bring a segment.
Hold
but,
on, let me put my parka on.
Look at this. I got bingo cards for us.
Holy shit.
Oh my
They're all the
god,
same.
Kelly.
It's SGNS
I should have mixed it
bingo.
up.
Oh my
I should have
god.
mixed it up, but I figure it's the last episode. We should probably try to do.
Well, let's read these. I'll read the first row.
Okay.
So, yeah, going from left to right, this is Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs bingo, a grid about dumb shit. So, Kelly recaps something irrelevant.
I
Coolest
kind of
said,
did that already with the Brewers game.
Yeah, you
So,
did. Yeah.
there we go,
Cool.
cross
Mark
it off.
Mhm.
All right.
You got left corner.
Cool is said after mentioning a wife.
Hasn't happened yet.
No, not yet.
A quiz happens.
hmm
Marty reads from Wikipedia. Bound to happen.
2 of these are going to happen.
It's a matter of time. The curtain is peeled back on the podcast.
I kind of
AKA,
feel like we're doing that right now.
we reveal how the sausage is made.
That's going to happen.
All right, who wants to read the next row?
Marty gets made fun of.
That's going to happen.
Fishburgers shout out. We don't shout out Fishburgers enough.
Not as much as we used to, but it was a trope for a while.
Go ahead.
It's because they stopped sponsoring us.
That's true. They
That
just-
is cross it off though. Like half of these are once we say them out loud. That's
Yeah.
that's a mark.
It's true.
a non-Kermit impression.
Which foreshadowing. I wonder what a different space might be.
Scott has a hot take. Ranker.com mention. Technical problems. Oh, wait, no, that's the next row. Kelly, take the next row.
Technical problems. Did that happen? Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, with the door.
The door. Me not getting let
Us
in for
abandoning
15
Kelly
minutes.
outside.
We give the movie a movie rating.
That
Probably
feels like
gonna
cheating.
happen.
That's just the format of the show. I think that's
It's
cheating.
still
Well,
it's
movie
part
rating
of it.
is in quotes.
Hey,
so
I had to
think
fill
it's,
out. I had to fill out 25 spaces. Okay,
That's true.
give me
That's
a break.
true.
Free space.
Mhm.
So 24 spaces. I had to fill out 24
Yeah.
spaces. Irrelevant segment for the product/song. Who knows if that'll happen? Maybe. We complain about a bit from a spoof movie.
That'll happen today.
A choose your own adventure happens. Kind of rare, but we love it when it happens. A real Kermit impression. Oh, Miss Piggy.
All right, cross it off. We don't need it anymore.
Yeah, see how easy that can be. Ask,
Easy.
when are we going to do this movie? I'm so glad I get to read this one. Third act problems. My signature line. We give the movie a spoof rating.
Cold open is bad.
Check.
Yeah, probably. Marty has a hot take. Not this week.
Not yet.
Cream City Social is mentioned. I mean,
That counts.
okay, well, there you go.
Count it.
That's
done.
Scott's other podcast. Kelly has a hot take. That really doesn't happen that often. That is rare.
Hey, that's kind of fucking rude. I think
I'm just
Kelly's
saying
takes are burning hot.
His takes
Hey,
are
how about
fine.
this? Airplane wasn't controversial or racist at all.
Yeah, whoa,
That is a hot take.
And I don't think it was misogynistic in the slightest.
Oh, we'll get to all this. Arts Dart Mart shout outs.
All right, count it. I know we don't do that one very often. Like I said, I had to fill 24 squares
Kelly,
here.
thank you for this wonderful gift.
Yeah,
course.
so
It's the last
listener,
time.
I assume you filled that out as you were listening and you're ready to play along.
We're gonna post this to. I'll post this to Instagram. Welcome to Spoofs, Goofs, and Novelty Songs.
It's the last podcast about dumb shit.
Yeah.
This is the final episode. We were talking about doing 100. Turns out, nope, we're doing 99, and we're ending it with this episode, gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry if we told them we were going to watch Rat-Tat-Towing. So if anyone watched it along, boy, apologies
Yeah,
for that.
that was
See,
kind of our final
That's like our little
gag.
Rickroll.
You made
Yeah.
fun of me for not wanting to tell people. Both of you did this,
You
and I
didn't
was
want
right.
to tell people for
I was
different
right.
reasons.
No, but I realized after, I'm like, oh yeah, you don't tell people because if you don't have it recorded, you don't do
Yeah,
it.
you realize
Don't tease
after.
it.
You realize
Yeah,
after.
yeah, it's true.
And
This
that's how
week-
the sausage gets made.
cross that off. Cross that off. Whoever gets the bingo first gets to leave the podcast first. This week, for our final episode, we are reviewing Airplane, a 1980 American parody film written and directed by Jim Abrahams and David and Jerry Zucker, starring Robert Hayes as a traumatized pilot who must help land a crashing airplane. Also starring Julie Hagerty, Leslie Nielsen, Robert Stack, Lloyd Bridges, Peter Graves, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Lorna Patterson. This film is a parody of the disaster film genre, pretty specifically aimed at the movie Airport 1975 and the 1957 movie 0 Hour. But this movie is focused on anything and everything going on in movies, pop culture, the world, etc., as the tone of the comedy here is based on wordplay and a kind of what if a situation was happening where it's not supposed to happen vibe. You know it, you love it. Arguably the most iconic spoof movie of all time, along with Blazing Saddles, created the entire generation of spoof movies that we have covered on this podcast. I would argue this is a top 5 most influential comedy film of all time. Probably number 1, I think. A lot of things rip this movie off. Directors Zucker, Abrahams, and Zucker were a theater troupe known as the Kentucky Fried Theater and would obtain material for their routines by watching late-night television. During one of these records, they discovered 0 Hour, which they describe as the serious version of Airplane. They borrowed so much from 0 Hour that they actually obtained the rights to remake the film from Warner Brothers. Airplane was the first script the trio wrote, but they could not get it produced for many years. This led to them making Kentucky Fried Movie instead. They did not direct that movie. The experience of that led to them directing Airplane themselves after the success of Kentucky Fried Movie. There's a ton of backstory here. Go read a million articles about this
The
movie.
Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia has tons of information, but there's so many reviews, articles. This movie has been discussed to death in terms of the making of it, the casting of it, with casting all serious actors to play the parts so that they would be funnier at doing deadpan. We're here to talk about the text of the film. Gentlemen, for the last time, what was your opinion? Oh,
Yeah, you keep saying this.
I just saw an airplane drive past over Scott's shoulder through a window.
Yeah, I live at the airport.
Yeah.
What did you think of Airplane?
Why did you scream that?
And Marty, for the last time, it was fine.
Yeah, here's my take on it. So I took a class on horror movies in this could be on the bingo card. The old Scott roundabout where he says something that sounds like, how the hell does this have anything to do with what we're talking
I know
about?
you bring home.
And just you wait.
I know you're gonna land it.
Yeah, coming for a smooth landing here. So we watched. I took a class on horror movies, and for some reason, halfway through the semester is when we watched Halloween, which, as we all know, that's the original slasher, right? Invented the genre of slasher, and by this point,
What's
would
your
you like to
argument?
dispute that?
Peeping Tom is considered the first one, I would say, or Psycho.
Okay, and Frankenstein was actually the doctor. The monster was his monster. Fucking asshole. All right.
I would argue Frankenstein is the monster in that story.
And the monster's a cool guy. So Halloween popularized the genre of slasher, we'll say. My point is, by the time I saw it in the class and just in my life, I had already seen many slashers
right.
that had all been inspired by Halloween. So by the time I actually finally got around to watching Halloween, I was like, this is pretty tame. This is kind of boring.
Yeah,
I've seen all this shit before.
yeah,
There's nothing new going on.
yeah.
And that's how I felt about this, but with spoofs.
Now, would you say you guys have both seen Airplane before, though, right? This is not the first time watching this movie.
I've seen clips. I've seen it referenced. I have not
Wow.
seen it.
Wow.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I know.
Surprisingly. I don't know when. I don't know how.
Surprisingly.
I mean, I just don't like. There's
You're like,
no, I don't like. It's one of those things where everyone tells you to watch this movie, and you're just like,
Right.
I'll get around to it.
Yeah.
And then Airplane I actually did get around to, and then I watched it again for this podcast, and it's fine. I have
Sure.
not a lot to like. It's good, but also it doesn't age particularly well. I don't think there are some bits that age well.
Yeah.
but I think there's a lot of them that are like lost in talk.
I think it's like the same problem. If we had to give a thesis on spoof movies in general, on what ages well and what doesn't, anytime you're going super pop culture specific or really mean spirited, does not age well. Doing childish stuff and wordplay stuff, puns, visual jokes, all that stuff ages
Hey,
really
don't
well.
forget slapstick.
Right. All of that in this movie, great. The best joke in this movie that still holds up, I would say, is like Leslie Nielsen, when the plane is crashing, Leslie Nielsen keeps coming in and saying, "We're counting on both of you."
Yeah.
He just says it like 3 times. They do a rule of 3s. He comes in before they start crashing, mid-crash, and after they land. Great joke. Universal joke. There's nothing tame.
Mhm.
And then you get to jive in this movie, and the
Yeah.
joke is just people of different races talk different,
Yeah,
and that's the joke.
Ebonics
Ooh.
is the joke.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Yeah.
even like the punchline of that being like a white lady speaks jive, and it's like it's just this like tired. It's just tired.
yeah, they do like the Shaolin monks or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're like, "No thanks, we gave it the office," like that type of misdirection,
That was at
which
least
was more
yeah,
positive.
yes.
So like it goes both ways. I think they treaded in some more progressive comedy, some more woke stuff. Not really woke. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just like a lot of. You can tell it's written by like white dudes, though.
I just think it's too easy. Like some of like I don't think it's about wokeness. I think it's like they like the monk one. That's a funny take on doing something that is about appropriation. At least like that's at least got a punchline to it. This one was just like haha, funny, talk different. Like I
Yeah.
just feel like they just. There's stuff that was just lazy in this movie, and that it comes off like, oh, you're canceling the movie or whatever. It's like, no, it's just that it was lazy at the time, and like it was always.
I'll say it. This movie's done.
Yeah. Okay, it's done. It's over. All right.
I
Should we rate it
I
then?
unfollowed Airplane on Twitter.
No, oh no, cancel culture striking again.
Here's the parts I liked. And this joke was kind of mean, but I still liked it. When the lady playing guitar, and it's supposed to be for the benefit of the sick little girl, and then she
Yes.
knocks the girl's IV out,
Yes.
and then the girl is dying,
like-
but
think-
because she's really playing for everybody on the plane
Yeah.
just to get attention.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good gag.
that is a good.
I think it's a good gag, and I also think the fact that she like can't survive without the IV adds to it for me because it's like that's not
It's so
realistic.
insane.
It takes effect instantly,
That's not how
and it makes
medicine
her
works.
suck in her cheeks and cross her eyes.
Like she's like the
Like
cover
that-
of a warhead.
That alone
Yeah.
is kind of just a funny bit to me, but then like they follow through with it, and yeah, it's just it's a fun one.
See, I don't think that's mean though.
No.
I mean like mean, mean in a meta sense of
It's a little
like
dark, but
it's
not
dark.
like-
Yeah, the dark stuff holds up in this movie, but it's when it's I don't know. There's just like a tone of like, and these guys have this problem throughout their career. I think when they're doing more silly stuff, and even if the silly stuff is dark, like that's a really silly joke, but it's dark. But but like when they go like we're gonna be edgy, I just don't think these guys are good at edgy. Like there's not what they think they are, and that's the thing that they just started doing. We've seen all their fucking movies at this point: Naked Guns, Top Secret, Hot Shots. Like I don't
We've
know.
watched too much Zucker.
Yeah, it's hard not
Over
to.
it.
They're
Is it hard not
They're
to?
titans of the genre.
I
let's
guess it's
face
hard
it.
not to if you're doing a Spoofs Goofs podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean,
and which we coincidentally are.
Well,
oh shit, I
are
forgot.
now. Check back in 30 minutes. Yeah, that was my general like broad take on the movie. Like I was really into it for the first half, and then we start doing the flashbacks, and I like that they make fun of how his flashbacks are boring and they're making everyone kill themselves.
Yeah,
But it's like they got lucky thing because they were doing that as like a fun bit, but now it works because the flashback sequences are the most boring part of the movie with the worst jokes, and then like so it works as it works accidentally as like a meta thing. Like the movie is aware that they are showing you bad content, and they're having the characters kill themselves because they had to listen to bad jokes.
one
Like,
of my favorite parts of the movie that probably like gets overlooked pretty easy because it's not that good, but in one of the flashbacks, he's at the bar and he tells the guy next to him to pinch him to make sure he's not dreaming. And the guy like moves away because he's like weirded out by it. And it's like just a weird like slice of normalcy in this wacky comedy of like, yeah, that dude reacted pretty normal. Like I wouldn't pinch that guy. I would walk away and be like, that guy's drunk or something.
I'm not going to touch you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna,
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lack of 6 feet distancing in this movie.
Yeah, that was my biggest problem. And people, nary a mask on the plane. God, if they tried to make this movie now, so much material.
Oh my God.
Why does everybody go ape shit on planes? Like, why do people behave so badly on planes?
It's like mob mentality.
Yeah.
It's an anxious place.
Yeah. I don't think I blame, because it's just stressful. Travel is stressful. No one likes doing it. I don't know.
So you think it's fine that when people like
no, because I'm behaving. So why can't you? Yes,
the flight attendants and shit.
I just mean even in general, like I don't know. I've been on planes that were getting like delayed, and people just like yelling while they're like announcing like, yeah, your flight's delayed. It's like, shut up, like shut up. You're doing this you're benefiting no one by you being obnoxious. Like
maybe if I complain,
yeah,
they'll make the plane go. Yeah, maybe that's it. They just feel so helpless that they have to, because it really is just like you're trapped in this thing and your fate is tied to everyone else's,
right?
And you're just really not in control of anything.
Yeah. You can't control whether or not the person sitting next to you has the same ideology as you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not your echo chamber on Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah. I just mean it's like it's not your car.
Yeah.
Right. You can't literally drive it.
Yeah.
Right. Insecurity and inferiority complexes. Like
I'm on the no-fly list because I like threw my empty McDonald's bag in the seats behind me, and I was like, oh shoot.
And you had anthrax in there too.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're gonna have to vacuum this thing out. And so they took you to a fucking BP.
Yeah.
Kelly, you said a statement earlier. I was gonna say you could have stopped at "I can't control weather." You can't control weather. It's true.
You're not Storm from X-Men.
Ooh, Halle Berry. Love her.
I guess we should get back to talking about this movie. That's the thing. I don't have a lot to say because we've seen so many of the Zucks.
Middle of the line. Like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just going to say it one more time just to, like, soak it in since it's the last time. It's fine.
I think, like, I disagree. I disagree with both of you.
It's better than fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean more like, I think it doesn't hold up entirely, but I think like this is the most the reason why this movie was such a big hit and why like they copied this formula for the next 40 years of all three of these guys' careers. It's just a concise package. It just feels like strong.
I got a concise package for you.
We both know you don't.
You're right. It's very not concise. Yeah, that's right.
I just mean like, yeah, it's like, I don't know, strong hand behind the wheel. And even though it's like 3 directors, 3 writers, but it just feels like every choice in this movie feels really specific. Like, I haven't seen 0 Hour, but from what I understand, it is like basically shot for shot recreated at times, and plot beats are like identical. Like, it just does feel like this was a perfect parody of something, and it had a lot of intention behind it.
So you've seen Airport,
no,
1975, and the other one that you just said.
No, I said
you've
I haven't
seen all the
those.
source material.
No, I haven't. I said
but you just know that it's a perfect.
Most people say that they're identical. Like, I've read that before on the internet that they're identical.
Okay, so you disagree with us based on what I fucking got you here, you son of a bitch. I got you right where I want you.
That's not. Hold on. You can think it's not good parody. That's fine. I can't argue that. I think as like a comedy thing, it does feel like it feels like the world is really sound. The performances are really well thought out. Everyone, like, acting wise, I think this movie is like one of the best cast movies, at least for comedies, I think I've ever seen. Like, everyone's perfect in this movie. Like, it's a very great cast who all nail what their part is supposed to be, like, really, really well. There's a reason why, like, Leslie Nielsen, this was the movie that built his entire career. Like, his character is only in, like, he's in, like, less than 10 minutes of the movie or something. He doesn't show up to, like, halfway through. And he's, like, scene steals every single one, and then he fucking took off from here. Like, I don't know. Peter Graves. I mean, the pedophilia stuff is, like, really fucking woof. But
is that the main guy?
The pilot. He's the original pilot.
Oh,
the pilot gets sick.
That was like it was like not even. It was like not a take on it. It was literally just a man being a pedophile.
It's like, what if he says it, he says it serious? That was.
What if he's like for real a pedophile?
Yeah,
wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah. Nope.
It's not.
Yeah.
When I saw that character, I was like, wow, Leslie Nielsen looks weird in this film. And
he got old.
The real Leslie Nielsen came in halfway in.
Mm-hmm.
How
It's
old
like
was-
in the movie 7, Kevin Spacey comes in halfway through, and there's this great YouTube video online of some friends, a group of friends, showing their friend the movie 7, knowing that their friend absolutely hates Kevin Spacey's guts. And then once Kevin Spacey's revealed as like the main villain in that movie, he like freaks the fuck out because he's like, I'm like an hour into this shit and I'm so invested and I hate Kevin Spacey and I don't want to watch the rest of it.
The rest of that movie, a lot of Kevin Spacey too.
Yeah. Oh, it's all Kevin Spacey.
That's the nice thing about I hate Ryan Reynolds. Any movie he's in, right away,
Yeah,
you know he's
100%
there.
right away.
Dude, you went into Detective Pikachu and you were so excited, and then that fucking ending scene came on. You're like, Ryan Reynolds was the voice of Pikachu the whole time.
hell?
You just gotta watch the dub version.
There we go. Yeah.
Wait, sub version. Sorry.
Yeah. You can watch the dub. What language can Scott speak?
Right.
Yeah, I'll watch it in Spanish.
Me llamo es Pikachu.
Ooh, French.
Bonjour. Me
Je m'appelle Pikachu.
Pikachu. I couldn't think of it.
German. Ich bin Pikachu.
Oh, wow. How many can we do? God, we did the big 3 that most people in our area can
Yeah. Yo
Japanese.
soy Pikachu.
Yeah,
do.
that's a good one.
Yo soy.
Japanese. Pikachu-sen. I don't know how to say I am. Anyways, Airplane. Great movie.
Airplane.
10 out of 10 is a movie. 10 out of 10 is a movie.
Wow, what an ending.
Took a big chunk out of his bubbly.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I'm
just
trying to
have
think
lists
what
of bits and
my
stuff.
wife would give it.
This is the podcast where we list off bits from...
What are you, me?
Marty's shaking his head at me. I'm just trying to get the fuck. It's the last episode.
Trying to get
They're
bingo?
not gonna be
You're
able
trying to get bingo?
They're not going to be able to do bingo if we don't do all the things.
Don't worry, we'll reference our wives.
I thought
Don't
you would have
worry.
done it by now, so I'm just trying to.
No, my wife
Cool. All right, we got it.
doesn't like being talked about on the podcast when she doesn't care.
Well, I got bad news for her. I got 99 episodes of bad news for her.
She barely comes
Of
up.
cool news for her, more like it.
She's listened to the podcast. She thinks you guys are too mean to me.
Dude, that's cool.
We are. That is cool.
She listens? Wait a minute. Marty's wife listens? Holy shit.
We got one fan.
Cool. All right, all cool.
Are we rating the movie? Is that what's happening now?
I got nothing left.
We can spend more time with
You can rate it, or you
celebrating.
can
The scene
you
where
can list more of the bits off because that's
everybody's
kind
in
of where we're at
line
this
to
point.
slap the hysterical lady. That was
bit.
funny.
You know what? Shirley, don't call me Shirley. I laughed out loud. It still got me. I knew it was coming. I know the fucking
I literally,
scene.
Yeah,
laughed out
that's
loud.
kinda
I
on you.
scrolled through Twitter specifically
is-
during that scene because I was like,
Yeah,
I've seen.
I
this.
know what happened.
I know this scene.
I think this is more about you than the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like watching it. I'm like, oh, great. This part's coming. I was like, you guys.
I
and
think
still
Vector
laughed.
Victor and Roger is funnier than Shirley.
If it wasn't as played at this point, like
Yeah,
probably you feel
maybe.
different. Okay. If
Yeah,
that wasn't
maybe.
as
I'm
right,
played.
okay.
That's my hot take.
What?
You think the Vector
No.
is more played than the Shirley?
Inverse. I'm saying if Shirley wasn't played as much as it is.
This is the hill I die on today.
This is the one you die on? Oh, God.
As a spoof, come on, 10 out of 10. This defines the genre. It'd be insane if I didn't give it. This is the, of things that are spoofs that exist, this one's the most.
It's
And as a movie, I mean, this is on the 99th episode. I'll pull back the curtain and tell you that when I rate it as a movie, I do it just how much I enjoyed it. I don't think that's really a secret at this point.
that's what the rating
So
is.
I enjoyed it 4 out of 10 because for the Halloween thing I said.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is like the ratings. Again, I listened to the first episode we did recently, just to posterity. And your guys' ratings for Austin Powers 1 was like so low. You gave it you're like 5 out of 10 as a movie. And then I
thought
just
we liked it.
watching the ratings like inflate. I know that's what we did the whole time.
Wow.
And then your ratings were both really low. And then like the ratings like inflated. So you know what? It's just like this country. Inflation hit, and oh my God, the numbers just went
Yeah.
up and up and up.
Once
Yeah.
we got our rating
Or maybe it's
stimulus
'cause
from Joe Biden.
My bar
Had more
went
points
lower
to
and
give
lower
off.
and lower.
Yeah, it's
Could that be the case?
It's funny because like our enthusiasm over movies have definitely gone down over
Yeah.
the past 99 episodes, but our ratings are going up.
And my ratings of books, still the same. Don't read.
Wow, that's all right.
Ratings for nerds.
As a movie, 9 out of 10. I like comedy movies more than these guys do, I think.
Holy shit! What? You're gonna slip that under the radar?
No, I can't defend the stuff that doesn't age well, but I've seen this movie like
It
tons of
depends
times.
on the comedy. Like, I'm not a slapstick guy.
Yeah, no, sorry. This style of comedy. That's the thing is, like, over the course of the podcast, one of us
You like
really likes
clown
spoof
shit.
movies. I like stuff that breaks the fourth wall, and I like clown shit. Like,
You
yeah,
like
like
clown
that's what
shit.
I like.
No, I do too. I don't know.
It just depends on what it is. We just have different tastes. That's what if we learned anything on this podcast, guys, we all have different tastes. As a spoof, 10 out of 10. It's punching in every direction. It mocks everything. Fucking every spoof movie that came out for the last 40 years has
I'll say
copied
it.
this.
It's irreverent. I don't care who I piss off.
It's the Reverend.
It's the Revenant.
Oh, when are we going to do that on the podcast?
Hey, all right, check.
Mark it up.
Yeah, you got like 3 bingos.
All right, Scott.
What?
For the last time, do you have a novelty song
For the
us?
last time. I won't repeat myself. For my segment, guys. Okay, gang, I'm going to see if you learned anything in these 99
no.
episodes.
I just re-listened
of-
to the Soprano tenor episode, and all I could think the whole time was, he didn't mention Tony Soprano one freaking time.
Yeah, because I have fucking standards.
Is this like highlight clips? Because I was considering doing something like this. I'm glad I didn't do that.
So here are the rules. I've picked out 11 novelty songs we've done. Some are mine, some are yours. And I have 3 clips of each song. The first clip is but a nanosecond in length. And if you can guess what song it is by just listening to that, you get 3 points. The second clip will be about a second long. If you can guess that, you get 2 points. And the third clip is like a couple seconds long. And if you can guess it then, you get 1 point.
Now, what happens if we can't possibly guess the title?
Then I get a point.
Oh boy.
So I try, some are going to be obvious, some are going to be a little bit more obscure, but they're all songs we've spent at least 10 to 15 minutes talking about. So we'll see if you get it. So yeah, I say you each get 1 guess per clip, or you can certainly pass to save us all a little time. But let's just do a test here. Did you hear this? Did you hear that?
Yes.
The
Okay.
Monster Bash.
Yeah.
Well, what was that, Kelly?
Monster Mash.
Okay.
Sorry.
Because I thought
The Bash is the pinball
By
machine.
Bobby Boris
I
Pickett
see.
and the Crypt Keepers.
all right. Marty's really gunning for a hay point there, but he doesn't get it. Okay, 3 points to Kelly. That was
Damn.
indeed the monster.
Mash.
I'm going to try to actually count the points this time for the first time in this podcast
Is that a
history.
pen? Scott, you got a pen or a pencil?
Sure.
Kelly, mark it on the bingo sheet.
Marking it.
All right, let's hear the first clip for song number 2.
Henry VIII I am.
Oh my God.
That's 6 for
Shit.
me.
That's
He literally
right.
got that from I Am.
Well done. I mean, to be fair, he brought that song. That was Kelly's one of Kelly's first novelty songs he brought on the show. Kelly is leading 6-0, just wiping the fucking floor with Marty. Let's see if song number 3 can turn things around.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No,
All right,
Chocolate Rain.
3
I was giving him time. I knew what it was immediately.
Forecast to be falling yesterday.
How many are we doing?
There's 11 songs, and
Oh my God.
we're at 3. Kelly has. We've found Kelly's fucking game. It's a shame the Olympics are over
Jesus
because.
Christ.
Holy shit! All right, Kelly leads 9-0.
I've listened to all the songs we've done like so many times because I've edited them in. Like, oh my God.
Well, let's see if song number 4 can turn things around. I said that about the last one.
Mambo number 5.
He's
job.
got it.
Jump
All
up and
right.
down. Move it
That's
all
great.
around.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's right. Mambo number 5. Marty takes it 3-9 with Kelly in the lead. Here's song number 5. I've left them baffled.
Oh, is that oh, that's the Quiznos Sponge Monkeys.
That's right.
Wow.
They are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them.
They
Nice.
got a pepper
Hell yeah.
bar.
6-9.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Great score.
6-9.
We should
You
stop
guys
right
do
there.
great. I should have just only done these tiny clips because it seems like you don't need much more. Well, all right. Here's song number 6.
It's Axel F.
Oh, you got the name. Well,
Or Crazy Frog?
Axel F.
All right. We're going to give it to Marty.
Yeah, he got
so
it.
now it's 6-9. Holy shit.
It's 9
He's
to
catching
9.
back.
It's 9 to 9.
It's 9 to 9.
Tied up, yeah.
We're tied up. Moving on to song number 7.
Start.
It's a Lonely Island song.
Oh. It's the Michael Bolton. It's the Jack Sparrow.
That's right. Jack Sparrow by the Lonely Island. Marty takes the lead.
Marty takes the lead. It's
I'm
kind
a
of that was a team effort.
Yeah,
12
you
to
did-
9.
You did help me.
All right, here we go. Here's song number 8.
Did you fart? Was that
Can
a
you
fart?
play that one
Hold
again
on.
for me?
Excuse. Let's open a window here.
Play it a couple more times. How am I supposed to-
That's a note. That's not even discernible at all.
So you
I'm
can't
thinking of
guess
what's
it?
the most obvious? No, I can't guess.
All right, let's hear clip number 2. 3 points off the board. We're finally not going in groups of 3s. You want that one more time?
Yeah,
That was a
I
couple
do.
notes.
It's like trumpety.
Still got nothing?
I got nothing on that one.
All right. A meager 1 point on the board.
Oh, Bond themes.
Yes, that's right. You didn't get it from...
No, I did not. I did not get it from that.
All right, 1
Wait,
point to
no,
Marty.
Yeah, my bad. I gotta hold on. I gave him 3 on accident. Okay, we're good.
1 point to Mart. Here comes song number 9.
Oh, it's Dr. Evil doing just the two of us.
Mini me, you complete me.
I would recognize that anywhere, but I've listened to that song so many times.
But Marty got it from... All right, 3 more points to Marty. That brings him, I think it's 15 to 9 now.
16 to 9.
16 to 9. Hot
Yeah.
shit. All right, here comes two more songs left. Here comes song number 10.
In the Hall of the Mountain King?
Why is this on here?
Damn.
Weird. Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember doing that
Is
one
that
at
a
all.
novelty song?
No, it's just a classical song. It's like a concerto, I guess. Yeah.
I thought it was like one of those two will show up on here. I knew you were going to do that. So I'm like, which ones did we do?
What
Okay.
two? I don't know what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
you're right.
All right, here comes the final. Well, I'm proud of you guys. It seems like you've really. I didn't think you'd. I didn't think you'd get them
This
all
is
on the
worth-
I got
first.
the first 3. You guys were super impressed.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten a single one since.
12 points for this last one.
All right, here we go. Here's song number 11.
That's
Elephant Walk. Baby Elephant Walk.
Baby Elephant Walk.
Whoa,
I'm
Kelly
taking that. I'm
cuts
taking
him
those
off.
points.
Yeah, no, you got it. You got it.
Kelly cuts
He
him
also
off
got
at
the Lonely
knees.
Island. The Lonely Island one I wouldn't have gotten if he didn't say that right away. Scott, that was an excellent quiz.
Loved it.
Well, I mean,
Makes
kind
me
of.
wanna
I didn't
do
think you
more
guys would do so
podcasts.
good. I thought that would last longer because
The thing is, like,
It was very fun.
it's the thing we learned about all these novelty songs. They all have like iconic cues for the most part. Like, it's hard not to know them.
yeah, I guess that is like a big thing. It's like you can't. There's a lot of like gestures intermittent in all
Yeah.
these songs.
I can't believe you got the Monster Mash one. That's the one where it's like, how did you fucking get that one? Yeah, play that again.
He said a honk. Oh, he said a honk.
Yeah, I guess maybe because
I had to
nobody else
finish it.
sings like this.
That's true. That's true. But we did a couple songs from Valley Force Pickett, so it could have been the other one.
Honestly, the one that the 007 theme,
Mhm.
I thought we were getting rickrolled. I thought it was like the smallest nanosecond of Never Gonna Give You Up.
I also thought
It was
that.
one Tom.
Also, because we've done 3 of those, so it could have been
Yeah.
any one of those.
True. Well, great. It seems like you guys. You know what? I printed off these diplomas for
Oh
each
my
of
God.
you. You're now
Wow.
novelty song experts.
We did it. Do you get a diploma?
I've had one, but
Hang on.
Oh,
Let me squeeze this. Let me squeeze this. Oh, it's It's not just a whoopee cushion. It makes a bunch of noises, it turns out.
It's a Hanna-Barbera machine.
Barney.
Why isn't it Barbara?
Barbara?
Yeah.
Barbara? Why is it Barbarella? Got a lot of questions to ask.
Yeah, that's true. But what if you knew somebody named Barbara and you were like, "Hey, Barbara, come over here."
Do you think there's anyone who pronounces their name Barbara like that? My name is Barbara.
Yeah.
My name is Hanna-Barbera.
Well,
That's two people.
this has been fun.
Our name is Hanna-Barbera.
Our name?
Our name.
Maybe that's our next podcast. We just do Hanna-Barbera stuff.
We rate sound
I
effects.
can't, dude. I'm not gonna put myself in a hole again. Like,
Yeah. No more Snagglepuss, please.
yeah, I'll die.
Hey, Marty.
Jetsons.
I got a big question for you. Why'd you take a huge deep breath in when I said that?
Yes, Scott?
You didn't even know what I was going to say.
Oh, I don't know. You're
I was going to say, what color is that shirt? That's an interesting color.
It's blue.
Blue. That reminds me. Do you have a novelty product for us?
I sort of do. Gentlemen, I feel bad because Scott's quiz was dynamic and fun, and this will not be as dynamic as fun. This week's novelty product...
Way to sell it.
Celebrate...
The audience is thrilled.
No, the quiz will be fun. The product itself is a little bland. To celebrate the end of the podcast, the funeral of this podcast, you might say, I decided to present some novelty gravestones. I'm going to read off some funny gravestones, and you guys can find the images for this on boardpanda.com.
It's kind of in poor taste.
Well... A grave is a location where a dead body,
Jesus.
typically
Oh my
that
God.
of a human, although sometimes that of an animal, is buried or interred after a funeral.
It's the last one. Oh, that's really interesting, Marty. Thank
Wow,
you.
very
I didn't.
interesting. Thank you.
I thank you for enlightening because I had no idea what a
Thank you so
grave
much.
was.
Oh, boy. So we're going to look at some of these graves. I'm going to read them off, and we'll have a chuckle about them, and then we're going to have a little quiz after that's completely unrelated to the segment, so don't worry
Is that
about
on the
it.
bingo card?
Oh, boy. Number 2 on this list from Board Panda. If you can read this, you are standing on my boobs. And I'll show this to you guys. You can look this up, boardpanda.com.
I believe you. You don't have to show
You
me.
don't have to show me.
I'll trust you.
Walking through a cemetery when all of a sudden, I told you I was sick, is the title on this gravestone.
He was.
It says walking
Are
through
they
a
where-
grave.
The Board Panda gives it funny titles along with the
Thank you,
funny...
Board
Oh,
Panda.
well, I don't need board pandas.
Board Panda
Punch up?
counts as
Yeah.
ranker.com. I'm marking it.
I did look for...
Yeah.
I have
A
a
ranker
ranker.com
list
list.
of gravestones.
We'll talk about the ranker.com
Wait a
list
minute.
later.
Somebody's coming into the studio right now to
Oh.
defend themselves. It's the board panda.
Hey, guys.
I'm sorry. It was a long summer. Went through a couple gravestones, took some pictures, made some captions, left, posted on my
Wow.
own.
Board panda. Are you feeling like your like old hobbies that used to bring you joy just aren't?
I feel like time passes a lot faster than it used to.
I think
Oh my
you might
God,
want to
Board
see
Panda.
someone, Board Panda.
Yeah. Board panda needs Lexapro.
I feel like the before and an antidepressant commercial.
Get some Zoloft for the board panda.
Walking through a graveyard did not help.
Yeah. Why would you do
Why
that?
would you do that?
It's not
Just
healthy behavior.
Taking photos of graves?
You need to
I
go
don't
to
know.
bed on time and drink. Friendly reminder, board panda, drink some water.
Okay.
Number 6 on this list, Now I Know Something You Don't. Now I Know Something You Don't is the funny gravestone.
Oh, like what happens after
should
you
I be
die?
memorizing these?
no, the quiz is not
Okay, thank God.
One is a recipe for fudge. Someone put a recipe for fudge.
Does it say milk lemonade?
Around the corner.
That's what I want on my gravestone.
And let's close this one up. Iconic voice actor, Looney Tunes man himself, Mel Blanc. What do you think is on his grave, guys? What do you think's-
Hanna-Barbera.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera. He's like, my competition.
Hanna-Barbera bought me out.
All right. We've reached the segment. And since this is kind of the final episode of the podcast, you might say, we might do another one in the future. But we're for now, this is the end of the podcast.
Right.
So, we probably all know what the final line of this podcast would be. The final 3 words, you might say. So to honor, we appreciate that.
No, we say we really appreciate it.
Oh, whatever.
When have we ever said we appreciate
Well, I'm doing
that?
the Gilmore Girls thing. It's remember the Gilmore Girls thing where they're like,
No,
three lines?
nobody knows the Gilmore Girls
Everyone
thing.
knows this. Everyone knows this, Scott. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you? Oh, you're just. Did you get this from your Netflix again? Your Netflix algorithm.
Yeah.
The world is abuzz with Gilmore Girls.
Everyone's really obsessed with Gilmore Girls, The West Wing.
Yeah.
No, I've decided to set up a little game I like to call Final Lines. In this game, I've got a series of final lines from either a TV show, a movie, or a book. Ooh. Ring in with your name and tell me which of the three this line is from.
Kelly, Ed, and Eddie.
And for a bonus point, no. And for a bonus point, -1. And for a bonus point...
bonus point, -point.
For a bonus point, tell me what piece of fiction this line is from. Some of these books... might have become movies. I'm looking for the source material. So the original source material. So no, anything that's an adaptation, because a lot of the books are adaptations.
Yeah. If it's Lord of the Rings, we say the book Lord of the Rings.
Correct. Well, no, I'm just saying the lines might be different in those. So don't, source material. Number 1, roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Kelly. Back to the Future Part 1.
The book.
Correct. It is Back to the Future Part 1. Was that
Part
a
one,
movie?
the
novel.
It was a movie.
Okay. Kelly gets 2 points. Kelly's back at 1. Question number 2.
I'd like to cash out my points, please.
This is not a casino. The creatures outside looked from pig to man and from man to pig and from pig to man again, but already it was impossible to say which was which.
Animal Farm, the book.
Scott gets it. 2 points for Scott. These are going to start getting...
I wanted him to get that one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not all podcast hosts are as
Created
equal as
There
others.
you go. Number 3. Later on, he will understand how some men so loved her that they did dare much for her sake.
Do we get
Wuthering
negative
Heights.
points?
I mean, guess the thing first. It's either a book, a TV show, or a movie.
Is it a book?
I think it's an Archie comic.
Kelly gets a point. It is a book. Scott guessed Wuthering Heights. You want to throw out a book?
What was the last word?
That they did dare much for her sake.
Sake.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
They did dare much for her sake.
Is this guy having a stroke? Why is he talking like that?
Great Gatsby.
As Dracula. That is from the book Dracula.
I was close.
It's steak.
Kelly
I
leads.
was going to say Twilight.
Actually, Kelly's
You're
tied.
close.
It's tied 2-2, actually. I take that back.
What? I got 2 for the first one movie.
Yeah, you got a negative point for saying Ed.
It's really
Oh my
going back
God.
to hurt me.
Number 4. There's a lot of beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point?
Fight Club, the book.
Incorrect. Kelly? care to
Is
guess?
it a movie?
Incorrect.
Is
It is a TV show.
Okay.
Gilmore Girls.
Sex in the City.
The Office. That was from The Office.
I was close again.
Number 5. I went ahead and ordered some for the table.
Goodfellas.
I know that. TV show, Sopranos.
Correct,
Or
it is.
home box office,
Yes,
Sopranos.
yes, it is home box office, The Sopranos.
Unless you're counting the score, because then it's Don't Stop Believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
should we end the podcast like that? Just cut. We really Number 6. He was soon borne away by the waves and lost in darkness and distance.
The Old Man and the Sea. Book.
Incorrect.
Fuck. I'm just really shooting from the hip and hoping
You
it'll pay
are.
off.
You are.
You're going book every time, though.
Yeah, that's a fair
true.
guess.
What was it? Is it a...
Oh, man. I have another guess of Kelly after Kelly.
It's a movie.
It is not a movie.
Is it a book?
It is a book.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Not Moby Dick.
I was going to say Mo Rocca's.
So we've mentioned Rocca's autobiography. Well, that sounds fascinating.
He wasn't going to say Moby Dick. How dare you?
We have mentioned this book already on the show
Today?
and I will say, you might not know that this book, like the
Airplane?
the build around this book is set in the Antarctic. I think
Oh, the Hungry Caterpillar.
Frankenstein.
it is Frankenstein.
Oh. Bonk.
Kelly still leads. I stopped keeping track. I think Kelly's up by 2 points.
Sounds
I
right.
have a pen and a paper. I'm just lazy, apparently.
It's okay. Kelly's leading right now. Number 7. You maniacs! You blew it up! Ah, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Animaniacs TV show.
Incorrect.
That was my guess.
Wait, you said maniacs, not you animaniacs.
Yeah,
Oh,
shoot.
whoops.
Hold on. You animate. I misspoke. It was maniacs. Just maniacs.
What was it? You blew it all up. How dare you?
God damn you all to hell.
Movie Fight Club.
It is a movie, so you get a 1 point for that.
Is it in black and white?
No. This is from the 1970s.
1970s. All right, I don't know it.
I think. 70s.
Taxi.
If I told you the actor who said this line, you would probably be able to guess this.
Yeah, give me
Well, why
that.
don't you tell us?
Heat.
Former NRA representative Charlton Heston.
Oh, it's Omega Man.
Incorrect.
Fuck! I know what it is now, too.
Because there's like 3 other Charlton Heston.
I
movies
don't
you
know
know
what
the
this
names.
is.
Planet of the
It is
Apes.
Planet of the
Okay,
Apes,
yeah.
correct. Number 8. I'm the boss. 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 I'm the boss.
Boss
I'm the
Baby
boss. I'm
book.
the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Is not a book and is not Boss Baby.
Dang. Movie?
It is a movie.
Okay, that helps. Narrows it down
Uh-huh.
to 1/3 of pop
Movie.
culture.
Okay.
I'm the boss.
I'm the boss.
The boss.
I'm the boss.
Well, he's from New Jersey. Bruce Springsteen.
The movie.
That's inspired. Bruce Springsteen, the movie, is incorrect. It is from Raging Bull, of course. Raging Bull.
Oh.
Number 9. Kevin, what did you do to my room?
Home Alone movie.
Correct.
Yeah,
Alone,
see,
the
what are you
book.
doing with these raging bulls and
I mixed in
give me
the
the
pop
stuff I
culture ones.
want? Sopranos.
I'm surprised
Home
you guys
Alone.
didn't get the Planet of the Apes one.
Yeah, that's a toss up.
Number 10. This is my gift, my curse. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. We
I'm
held hands and
Spider-Man.
fucking said that at the same time.
I'm movie title.
That's from the movie. Yes, that is from a movie. Oh, sorry. I did say source material. That is not from the end of the comic books. That is from the end
This
of the
is
first
my
Spider-Man
gift,
movie.
my curse. With great power comes great. My
responsibility.
Uncle Ben dying.
Yeah, because the last words from the comic are like, "Hey, Excelsior! If you liked that, true believers, then you're gonna love Spider-Man Part 3."
Final question. This is the last one, gentlemen. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known.
Will I am tell me something good?
I don't know if that's right or not. I'm in the dark on this one.
Not right. It's not right.
Fuck, it's something like that though.
I thought you guys would have picked up
Is it
on
a
like
movie?
if it's a line of dialogue, it's pretty much obviously from TV show or movie because it can't be anything else. And then if it's not a line of dialogue, it's pretty clearly from a book. That's
He's
from
like
a
about
book.
to get hung,
remember at
right?
the end of Shawshank Redemption when he's like, it really was a Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
So this line has been repurposed in like tons of stuff, but the original is from a famous book. There's a famous line from a famous
All right.
book.
Wuthering
Read
Heights.
it one more time.
But I just
Dramatically.
closed it. I just closed
Open
it.
it again.
'Tis a far, far better thing that
got
I do
never
now.
had. Uncle
Okay.
Ben died again.
It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known.
This is a book.
Correct. It is a book.
The Bible.
It is not the last.
Is it? It's a guy's name, isn't it?
No, it is not.
Fuck.
The Bible famously ends with just the end. That's I thought that was a
Fight
weird
Club, the
choice.
book.
Oh, it's not Fight Club, the book.
How
It is
many
a-
times can
do you
we
guys
guess
know
Fight
Fight
Club?
Club's a book because you guys are saying that like you don't know it's a book, but it
I
is
know
a
it's a
book.
book.
Okay, good. Okay, just
That
making
was a
sure.
joke. I just wanted to guess Fight Club one more time. Just to soak it in.
I don't know.
Tale of Two Cities as Tale of Two
You
Cities.
should have done the beginning of that one. I know that one. It was the best of times. It was Uncle Ben died.
Now, I did have a ranker.com list we could do. I couldn't
Sure.
find like a great list for what
Do
I
it.
wanted to do.
Hey, we got time to kill.
We got
Let's
time
fucking
to
do
kill.
it. We
Yeah.
want to
Alright.
stretch this MF out. This is the last episode.
It's the
Let's
last episode. Soak it in.
go out and stop. Plus, people got to win their bingo games.
So I could not find a best spoof movies ranker, but I did find best funniest action parody movies. Funniest action parody movies, which is still going to cover a lot of stuff that we did on this.
Action
They're
parody.
very. I'm going to give you guys a hint. Number one is airplanes. They're very broad with what they're referring to as an action movie.
parody.
There's just action in the movie, I think.
Yeah. And are they all parodies, or are some of them? Would you classify more as comedies?
I would say parodies or satire. So
Okay.
this all stuff that we might have done in the future on the podcast. Let's look at the top. First up, let's look at the top 15. We've done a bunch of these. The rest of them, I would say, have all been on the schedule for what was going to be future episodes. No longer. But we've done a few of these. There's a good chunk of ones you guys should be able to guess. Since Kelly won the last quiz, we'll let Scott go first.
Robin Hood Men
Wow.
in Tights.
That is not in the top 15.
Wow. Why'd you say wow like it was?
I was surprised you'd pick that first.
Airplane.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Hang on. I mean, you know what? Kelly gets a point. I can't.
Oh my god! You know what?
That,
You lose a bonus point before the game even starts, and then you get one back. All's God giveth, and Marty taketh away. Well, I shall say, super fast.
no.
Oh, really?
I feel like you're trying
It's
to
not
pick the
on
bad
there?
ones.
What? That's crazy.
These are action comedies.
Yes.
Ace Ventura.
No, it's still more like for the top 15.
Okay.
They're mostly parodies. They're mostly parodies.
A movie.
They are movies. Yes. There's not books. Oh wait, there's no books.
I will say, Spaceballs.
No. I'm scrolling.
This is hard. I don't know what action means. If airplane means action, I don't know what action
There's a
is.
series that
Dracula.
Oh, you fucker.
not Dracula.
Dead and Loving It.
Not that one.
Then I will say
Dracula
the
Men
Naked
in
Gun.
Tights.
Naked Gun #1 is on the list. Correct.
Naked Gun 2.5.
Correct. That is also on the list.
Naked Gun 33 and a third.
No. I really wanted you to do that. No, the third one's not on the list. Not in the top 15, at least.
The Holy Grail. Monty Python and Holy Grail.
No.
Top Hot Shots.
Hot Shots is on the list. Scott ties things up.
Yes.
Ghostbusters?
No. Still think more spoofs. It is more. These are spoofs.
Hey, they spoof ghosts.
The ones that are like not spoofs, I would say, are like, we would have done them on the podcast. We would have talked about the parody elements in them.
Hot Shots Part 2.
Scott takes the lead 3-2.
Brave Little Toaster.
Fight Club.
Weirdly enough, that's not on the
Oh, we
list.
got another Fight Club guessing.
He looked at
Oh, did you actually guess Fight Club? No.
Yeah, to give it back to Kelly
Okay,
for
okay,
his
okay.
dumb guess. Just trying to have
I'm
fun.
still trying to think.
Do you guys want to review Fight Club?
blanking.
We can do on the podcast.
Yeah, can we review Fight
Yeah,
Club?
we
When are we
can
doing
yeah,
that
we
movie?
can Fight Club.
What if we just, as a joke, like review movies we actually want to watch and keep going?
What if that's a good joke?
Shit.
Big
What else do we
series.
watch?
Big
Big
series.
series.
that
Big
we've
series, big
episodes.
Big Trouble in Little China.
done. No.
Scary Movie?
No.
Ooh, scary movie too.
No.
Scary Movie 3?
No. All right, go 4. Go there.
No, dude, 4.
Skip to 5.
Scott keeps making a joke about watching an entry in this series as a
Austin
return
Powers.
episodes. Yes, the first Austin Powers is on the list.
Oh, well, riddle me this. Is the second Austin
It
Powers on the list?
is.
Austin Powers 3, Gold Member.
It also is on the list.
Okay, but not 33 and a third Naked Gun.
No, all three
Okay.
Austin
Not
Powers.
Austin
made
Powers.
it.
All
4.
right.
We'll find out.
I will say number 14 on the like most of these are like pretty. They're like Austin
Yeah, how
Powers
many of
and
these
Naked
have we?
Guns.
How many are left?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I don't think you're gonna get 2 of the. You're probably not gonna get 3 of these. One of these. Here's another hint. One of these we did during Leslie Nielsen month. You've already guessed 2 of the movies we did during Leslie Nielsen month.
I don't remember.
Not
Spy. He's a
Spy
spy.
Hard.
What's up, you big
Spy Hard.
Oh,
What was the other one?
what's up, you big spy man?
Spy game. Spy. It's not Spies Like Us.
Wrongfully accused. It was wrongfully
Damn it.
accused.
Oh, it did not have the word spy. In
I'll
it.
say number 15 was Johnny English.
Johnny Dangerously.
Number 13, Loaded Weapon 1.
Never heard of
Never
it.
would have gotten that one.
And then the other ones, I'll say number 9 was Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Number 8 was a movie we did during Halloween month or spooky month.
You're telling to yourself. And it's not Dracula Dead and Loving It.
We didn't do that during
And
Halloween
it's
month.
not Scary Movie.
We didn't do that during Halloween month.
What?
What did we do during October of last year?
Abbott and Costello scared straight.
Ernest goes to Halloween.
Nope.
Ernest goes to Halloween Town.
It's called Ernest Scared Stiff.
Calabar's
Just for the viewers to know I'm
Revenge.
not that dumb. The Muppets Halloween Carol.
You guys can't name a horror movie. Name a horror movie.
Psycho.
Evil
not that
Dead.
No,
Oh, okay.
but close.
Did we do that? We didn't do that.
No, we
one.
didn't do that one.
I'm going nuts here.
Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead was on the list. Galaxy Quest and Tropic Thunder were the two satires that we were going to do at some point, but and then number 4 was Hot Fuzz, which we have not done on the podcast.
The
also,
Cornetto trilogy. We
Mhm.
never. Well, we didn't even. We got 1/3 of the way done. I guess.
Yes, we got the core.
Cor,
But not the net
not the net.
and not the
toe.
I gotta tell you, I don't like the 2 of the Cornetto trilogy.
Wow.
Don't like World's End.
Hot Fuzz rules though. Oh,
Yeah,
2.
I'm saying the end. The
Okay,
the
okay,
TTO.
World's
Well,
End's
but it's not
fine.
Cornet 2, is it?
Cornet's two.
Oh, you can just say, oh,
Cornet
Cornettoing.
Toin. Cornet Toin.
Oh, God.
Do we want to talk about Ratatouille at all? We were gonna do that.
We're
this
gonna
week.
save that.
Yeah,
Yeah, save
Noah
it.
got sick. That's what happened.
Yep, our guest got sick, so unfortunately, this is the
got-
final episode of the podcast.
He got
Instead,
tum flu.
he got tum flu.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. That's kind of a spoof of taking a shit normally.
I was going to suggest, do we want to call Noah and have him call in on the podcast? But yeah, no.
Yeah, so we can hear him groan.
Oh man, it hurts.
I think we're going in for the close.
It hurts.
I think so. This is it.
This is it.
What have we learned? What have we learned, guys?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What have we learned on this
I think.
podcast?
Oh, hold on. I printed up these other certificates that I'll say
okay.
spoof experts. So we're allowed to go on the
experts.
local news.
Mine's
and
a middle
anytime
finger.
there's a big. Anytime there's a. Hold on. I have your certificate in my shirt.
Oh, okay. Oh, it was another middle finger.
Anytime the local news does, there's like a spoof murder or a big spoof accident on Highway 104.
Yeah.
A truckload of
Banana peels.
Yeah, and they need to call in an expert. We are eligible to weigh in and be a pundit.
Yeah.
That's what we should shoot for with our next podcast. It's just becoming an expert in
Becoming
something
famous?
niche that we could get interviewed on CNN for.
What's something popular right now? Global warming. Do you guys want to do a global warming podcast?
Yeah, let's become global warming experts. That
Yeah.
seems kind of attainable and easy.
Yeah. I mean, we're already living in it.
Hey,
It's
Yeah,
hot.
that's true. Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot.
I want to
Yeah.
be colder.
in this very room.
It is. Yeah, we've learned a lot about novelty songs, about novelty products.
The
about
songs
spoof
and the
movies.
products were more entertaining than
Oh.
the movies for me.
But check off pulling back the curtain on there. Yeah, of course. We had way more fun doing the products and songs segments than
Why
we
did
ever
we
did doing
force
the movies.
ourselves to watch Garbo movies every week?
Well, you guys didn't force yourselves. I forced you to do that. So.
Yeah.
Because
You
you
guys-
wanted to pad out that sketch.
Yeah, I mean, like, pulling back the curtain on the schedule. We talked about this when we first started doing the show. When we first started doing the podcast, we were like, let's do a big movie and then a smaller unknown movie, or a bad movie and then a good movie, you know. And that was what I was trying to do for the most part. Obviously did not always work.
Well, I guess that's something we learned is like talking about something. It's easiest to talk about something really good or really shitty.
Yeah.
But talking about something that's just kind of mediocre is very boring.
Yeah, it's like if we were way more passionate about actual slapstick bits and things
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
I bet we could milk a lot more vocal cords out of this. But
I would say, like, the episode that we were all the most passionate was the Roger Rabbit episode by far. Because we
Yeah.
all, like, loved it and had, like, a ton of...
it was great.
I was
honestly-
standing and pounding my fist on the table.
I was awoogaing at how funny everything was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because
Instead of your
how
heart
sexy
pounding out of your
Jessica
chest, it was your
Rabbit
funny
was.
bone.
Yeah. I would have done that for Army of the Dead also. I was that movie was, or not Army of the Dead.
I've never.
Army of Darkness.
I've never heard of this movie.
Army of Darkness.
Army of the Dead, the Dave Bautista heist zombie flick that just came out?
Yeah, that just came out on Netflix. There's a zombie tiger
Army of
in
the
it. It's
Dead
kind
is
of epic.
So long. Oh my god. We could. When are we doing that one?
When we started a zombie podcast.
Oh god. I'm just.
Legit, I think that would be more fulfilling than this.
I want to start a
Shorter.
podcast where I feel like I can do more than 100 episodes.
Yeah, that's true, because we did top out at 100 episodes in our last podcast, too.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe next time we'll do 98, since we only did... Well, actually, we did more than... We did end up doing 100 episodes, because we did 98.5
Yeah,
last week.
WOZZ. Yeah, it's I don't know. What did I learn? Not to do media consumption podcasts.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Or if you do it, I don't know how to explain it.
No, it is just talking about the same stuff every week gets tiring. It gets tiring.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It's difficult.
Gotta
It's hard to
switch
do.
it up.
Especially
Coming
if
up
you
with
don't have
new
guests.
takes on shit.
Yeah. If we had guests, we would have gone longer. I think that's the thing is like, it would have been hard to do guests because 4 people on mic would have been difficult. But then also, like, not having guests. It's how when we did the Seinfeld podcast, we started having guests because after like 5 episodes, we were like, this is going to get really boring if we just don't
also
have
we
anybody
liked.
to talk to.
I think it was like I like Comedy Bang Bang and just wanted to like start doing that
Yeah.
shit,
We
which we
did, yeah.
did eventually. And it
Who
was a
would
lot
have
of
guessed
fun.
3 millennials couldn't hack it as our professional opinion havers?
Yeah, who'd have guessed?
I have professional opinions.
Yep.
You both are bad.
Hey.
Amateur opinions. Wait a
Well,
minute.
for the
Marty
listener-
insults Kelly and Scott is not on the bingo card.
Yeah.
That's the free
You
space.
piece of shit. That is on the bingo card.
It's not it.
Well,
I learned that I don't like spoof movies that much. That's what I learned.
I think spoof movies are like... Well,
But-
they're kind of like Peeps, Marty.
Yeah, you asked me to do this when I'm 14. I'm all over it. I'm
Yeah.
all about it.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, bored panda coming back, and
Yeah.
time goes by a lot faster than it used to.
I think like I came away from the podcast being like, there wasn't many spoof movies that I was surprised by. There was like 1 or 2 or 3 that were like, oh, this is better than I thought it was. But otherwise, for the most part, yeah, the ones that are like the classics all held up, and the ones that are like bad were obviously bad. And so it did make it weird to watch these, knowing like going into every movie, like, yeah, your opinion of this is already predetermined. Like,
Yeah.
it just felt, that's how these movies in general kind of felt. When it's good, it was good, and when it was bad, it was bad. And the mediocre ones, we were maybe a little generous because they weren't like truly awful, like some of the really fucking terrible things we watched on this show.
Yeah. As a podcast,
Ooh.
Ooh.
As a movie podcast or a spoof podcast?
as a movie podcast,
Oh, jeez.
2 out of 10.
Yeah.
They could watch. They had bad choices for movies. Why did they watch all these
Yeah.
goofball movies?
I think
Hate
think
it.
that's kind of something interesting is we've watched movies that maybe like less than 1,000 people on Earth have watched.
And
Hungover
then
Games?
How many
Yeah.
people are interested in listening to 3 white males talk about it?
Depends on the movie, I would say.
Yeah, that's true. As a spoof podcast, I mean, are you going to find one that's better than us? Probably not. We're entertaining.
Truly not many more spoof movie podcasts. We got the corner.
Yeah. As
Well-
a podcast about dumb shit, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nailed that.
If all of a sudden Spoof Nation comes clamoring and we just like, yeah, we have this huge like sort of post-mortem resurgence, we'll come back. But
Yeah.
until that day, the Dark Knight rides alone.
If our monthly, here's
Book.
a movie. If our monthly downloads cross 4 digits, then we'll come back.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sure.
They've never crossed 4 digits. So if that happens, we'll do it. But that's not going to happen. So, or if Austin Powers 4 comes out, apparently we're going to do that one.
Yeah,
So
sure.
look for that. We're
Mike
not
Myers is busy being a dad.
Yeah.
Which
Did you say
like,
Austin
respect.
Powers is busy being a dad?
I said Mike Myers.
He and Foxy Cleopatra had 2 beautiful kids.
Do I make you?
Do I make you proud of your daddy?
I couldn't think of something.
Yeah, I don't know if we can sigh any more times without fucking shutting this
We're
fucker
done.
down.
Shut
Yeah,
it
that's
down.
it. That's
Hey,
it.
Click the lights off.
this has been very fun. We might do more potting, whether it's this or something else in the future. But for what this has been worth,
Probably
it's
not.
been very fun
Yeah.
potting with you guys.
Yeah.
And listeners, if you made it fucking this far, there's only one thing I can say, but I'll let you two take it away.
We really appreciate it.
Kelly, what movie are we doing next week? This is a big one.
Austin Powers 4.
Hey.
So we are.
All right. Bye.